I built a US Army unit including this Stryker as well as US soldiers and a Sci-Fi Battle Mech. On top of that, I've created a battle scene which is supposed to take place in Los Angeles. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check the full video if you want to see the final result of the build. Let's build the Sci-Fi Battle Mech at first. I've started with building the head and then continued adding the 6 legs to the mech. I've therefore used a bunch of different plates to create a sturdy construction. As you already have seen, the mech has 6 legs to carry the heavy gun. I've used modified plates to connect them like an angle and make it look like a giant spider. To balance that angle, I've used cheese slopes which work as feet. I've then added the exact same leg design on the other side. Let's continue with the front part of the mech. What clearly stands out are the red transparent 1x1 plates which work as eyes. I've used hinge plates to angle the legs. I've then added the upper part of the head, and as a regular spider I've also decided to give this mech more than only 2 eyes. These 6 legs should be enough to carry the heavy main gun, and I again used hinge plates to place them at an angle. For now this thing might look harmless, so let's beef it up. I've decided to equip it with 4 anti-personnel machine guns, 2 at the front and 2 at the back. I've therefore used these 1x1 rounded plates and stacked bar pieces through it. But let's continue with the main gun. This heavy laser blaster can easily take off any modern APCs. To make this gun even more dangerous, I've also added 3 missile launchers at each side. And of course the whole weapon system is turnable by 360 degrees. To create the effect of shot missiles, I've added ice cream balls to 2 of the rocket launchers. These pieces work perfectly for creating smoke effects in my opinion. And here's our final battle mech. Let's take a closer look at its opponents. As already mentioned, the mech fights regular US forces wearing a multicam battlesuit. At first I've added a modern chin strap head to the body. I've then added this perfectly matching multicam helmet. And these goggles perfectly round up the minifigure. As every soldier needs a solid weapon, let's give him this M4 rifle. I've then created the same minifigure in another flesh tone. To support our brave soldiers, I've decided to go with the M1126 Stryker. It features an openable back door as well as a turnable gun system. If you want to support your modern soldiers, you can buy this vehicle at bricksofvalor.de. Your purchase directly supports the channel and helps creating videos like this one. But let's finally build the actual battle scene. The size of the build will be 2 32x32 base plates. As I'm a huge fan of raising my mocks, I first added a black border. I've then raised the full build by adding 16x16 plates and some smaller plates at the back. To support the superstructure, I've used a bunch of colored bricks. Next I want to show you how to build a unique Lego house. And here's where modified bricks with studs on one side are really helpful. I've created this frame of a window by using several plates in reddish brown and transparent. I've then added additional modules to the wall. As this still is a battle scene, I've decided to add smoke effects or burn effects to the house wall by adding a bunch of 1x2 plates in black. To round up the design and give the walls some more color, I've added these 1x2 ingot pieces in dark bluish gray to the bottom of the wall. It was then time to add this pre-built wall to a street, which I've made by using the snot technique. As I've already explained all the building techniques used for this house wall, I've decided to speed up the rest of the build by adding this time-lapse speed build. To give the wall some more profile, I've decided to add modified masonry bricks as well as these headlight bricks to expose their stud on the side. Beside that, I've added 2 more windows. As I wanted to give the street a battle damage as well, I've decided to again use some black pieces. I've therefore also used slopes to create some small craters in the street. To finish the crater at the other side, I've used inverted slopes. And here's a first overview of the full-sized build. Let's finish the street real quick. I've therefore also added masonry bricks in combination with the 1x4 regular bricks. As the plates are currently visible underneath the craters, I've decided to add tiles as well as regular plates underneath them. You will see in a later building stage why I've added plates and not only tiles underneath them. In addition to that, I've added a bunch of light bluish grey 2x2 tiles to raise the whole street. And to round up the whole build, I've decided to add a dark bluish grey border on top of the black one. And to perfectly fit the street in between there, I've added a layer of plates and tiles. As I wanted to create another interesting wall design, I've decided to go with this one. The key part of this design are 1x2 jumper plates. They allowed me to place these 1x1 medium nougat pieces in between the 1x2 10 bricks, which in my opinion creates a super cool structure. As the roof for our house is currently missing, let's build it real quick. I've therefore used again a bunch of plates as well as tiles. And here's how I attached it. Please notice again the jumper plate, as it will be important at my next step. It allowed me to place the hinge brick like so. Using the hinge brick allows me to place the roof at an angle. To add some more color to the build, I have something special in mind for this left corner. But at first I had to raise it by using several plates. You probably wonder where to place the wall which we just made, and here is where it comes to action. As Los Angeles is full of palm trees, I couldn't miss out on these. And here's how I've made them. The base is a regular 2x2 rounded plate, and I've then added a bunch of these palm trees as well as this bamboo leaves to it. The tree stand is made out of a bunch 1x1 rounded plates. And here's how the build looks like after adding our palm trees as well as a Stryker. As the soldiers just got out of the Stryker, they are hiding behind it. I've even created a third soldier taking cover behind this wall. As already mentioned earlier, the studs in the crater have a purpose. They allowed me to place 1x1 rounded plates with a hole inside in there. I've needed these plates to stack flame pieces into them because I think these fire effects definitely add a lot to a battle scene. On top of it, I've added some rubble in form of plates, tiles and slopes. I've then repeated the same step at this crater as well. Now I just added a few more spots of rubble and our build is done. War has reached America. Soldiers of the US Army are trying to defend Los Angeles against an extraterrestrial army. It seems like that their Stryker is heavily underpowered against this superior war machine. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this new video format and if you want to see a part 2 of this. In my opinion, the mix up of a real army fighting against an extraterrestrial life is a super interesting format which I would love to continue. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.